baseball, much like their dance team, anything they're involved in, the parents want to switch it up and try to make it as much about the parent as possible. Seriously. I mean that. And so they would want to switch it to a different day so that they could walk around and in as much peace as possible, or as much good weather as possible, or as much not have to get up for work early the next day as possible, stand out on the street and get all gooned up with their friends and pull that radio flyer wagon around. Again, I don't begrudge them. I'm just saying that's what it's about. Just like they do this or that or change rules or do things with their travel baseball team or some other activity their kids are involved in. Kids' activities, trick-or-treating in this case, have become less about the kid and more about what makes it easiest for the adult. So that's why it's not a fixed date as much anymore. Like, people aren't afraid to move it from October 31st. Bill's in Brackenridge. Hi, Bill.
Yes, Colin. Turner Heights Halloween was supposed to be tonight, but they moved it to tomorrow night. But Brackenridge and Trentham is going to stay the same tonight because of the Highlands football game.
Oh, go Rams. Who do they play?
I'm not sure. I forget who it is, but that's who's playing.
Will Matt Bonaslawski be there?
Yes, he will. He's the coach.
He coaches them now?
Yep, up at Highlands.
I did not even know that. I was just taking a stab in the dark. He's their coach, the former UConn quarterback?
Right.
Huh.
Right.
Well, good on Matty Bones then for coming through. You know the one thing about Highlands, Bill, and that community's a great community. That's a good athletic department, all that kind of stuff. Those brown and gold uniforms are just bad.
Yep.
They are. I mean, they have been forever. Like, you just can't dress them up to make them look good. You know what I mean?
Right. I was the first Rams high school graduate, 1970.
Right. So you were younger than Big Mo and Little Mo then.
Exactly. They're from Ducktown.
Oh, they're from Ducktown. When is Ducktown's trick-or-treating?
That's tomorrow night. That's West Natrona.
Oh, pardon me for not knowing my geography. But how old were Big Mo and Little Mo? They graduated in like the 50s, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What about Willie Thrower?
That's Newt Kent, another good player.
Damn right. I did not know Matt Bonaslawski was Highlands' football coach. I'm glad that guy told me as much. He was a hell of an athlete in high school. I mean, a ridiculous athlete in high school. Huh. The things you learn. Well, happy Halloween. 866-391-1020. That's 866-391-1020. Lots going on today. I might not even get into the heavy stuff like people in Michigan who are acting like ISIS or wanting to. We may dive into that in a little bit. We will talk trick-or-treating. We will talk Halloween candy, maybe old WPL or new WPL football coaches. Who the heck knows? We're all over the place today in a good way. Right here, KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129, and take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning too. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com. Save big today.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to public safety, his exemplary law enforcement principles, and his decades of local law enforcement service are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by Friends of Kevin Krause for Sheriff.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Shares of Rubbermaid parent Newell brands are cratering today after the company cut its fiscal forecast. It recently hiked prices on a wide range of products, including Sharpie and Yankee Candle products, due to the impact of tariffs. Newell now expects full-year sales to be down as much as 5%. It turns out Pennsylvania is a pretty good state to raise a family. A new Consumer Affairs report names New Hampshire, Maine, and Wisconsin as the best states in which to raise a family, but the Keystone State comes in at number 10 on the list. You might see a bigger tax refund in early 2026. Retroactive changes made for this year could mean some people overpaying due to the fact that tax withholding tables haven't been updated by the IRS for 2025. And chocolate may not be the favorite for all consumers this Halloween. Cocoa prices are up 30% from 1 year ago, and that's sending many candy mavens to other sweet treats this holiday. The impact of inflation and tariffs are at the forefront of the rise in prices in the last year. I'm Dan Loney on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've heard the news. Now talk about it with Colin Dunlap on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
How about this nonsense, this guy in Lancaster giving away potatoes instead of candy? And like it's a trend, it's a fad. Some people around the country are doing it. I'll tell you this, we weren't very well behaved when we were like 9 or 10. If we went up to trick or treat at somebody's house and they gave us a potato, that potato may have been going right through that person's front window after we made it down to the sidewalk. And then we may have been running like hell, but no thanks on the potato. Give me the sweet tarts or the Milky Way or whatever. I mean, it's about gimme when you're 9 or 10 years old. Every kid's just playing along with this whole potato nonsense. They really don't want a potato. Now, if you don't have any food, I get it. Really. But they don't want a potato. Give them some ramen. Something like that. Donna's in Munhall. Hi, Donna.
Hi, Colin. I thought I wanted to talk about timeless costumes, but the more I think about it, it's only timeless for people of a certain age. My sister came up with the Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds?
Certainly, yes.
Well, she was the lady, and she had these black crows sewed to her dress, and she had holes in her nylons where she was bitten, and then she had blood running out. It was the neatest costume, but I'm thinking today's kids wouldn't know anything about that.
Nah, they probably... today's kids would have holes in their nylons, but they'd be something else, Donna.
Right, you're right.
Uh-huh. Are you from Munhall, Donna?
I am. Well, I'm originally from Hazelwood, but I'm from Munhall now.
Oh, okay. All right, are you going to get a lot of trick-or-treaters this evening?
No, we don't get any.
You don't get any?
No, none.
None?
Haven't gotten any for years.
Why? It's Munhall. There's no kids in Munhall?
I don't know, but we haven't got any for years. So I quit buying candy because I not eat it all.
Yeah, that's a pretty good... I mean, I wouldn't either. Like, I know the greatest living football player in Munhall history, Bob Ando, and he used to go trick-or-treating in Munhall, where he grew up, and he told me he'd get just sacks and sacks filled. Like, I mean, pillowcases filled of candy. So Munhall definitely has changed. All right, 866-391-1020. We'll get back into the candy in just a little bit, but there's this.
In a social media post, FBI Director Kash Patel says the attack would have targeted Halloween weekend and multiple people were arrested. The FBI field office in Detroit tells CBS News it had agents in the Detroit suburbs of Dearborn and Inkster this morning as part of the investigation, but would not share any details of the alleged plot. They do say there is no current threat to public safety.
Okay, and a little more.
The FBI field office in Detroit tells me they did have law enforcement positioned in that area, in the Dearborn area earlier today. There's no charging document that's been public or made unsealed in this case, so we don't have specifics on the allegations here, but the FBI director connecting this to terror is certainly noteworthy.
Sure is. So is this.
The FBI stopped a potential terrorist plot right here in Michigan that was to take place over this Halloween weekend. Now, multiple agents were in Dearborn and Inkster this morning, assisting apparently in arrests. And we know that multiple arrests have been made by the FBI.
All right. Now, this is where it gets hairy. In that Dearborn's a heavy Muslim population. We all know that. And it's delicate because you have to measure doing the best job for this country and trying to eradicate plots, which this one is reportedly inspired by ISIS, and measure that against profiling. But then again, so many of these plots have been carried out by people in the same community. That's just fact. That's just the numbers. So what do you do if you're agents? This is where, again, I'm glad I'm not the person making the decision, but you're going to... We now border on offending people to keep our land safe. And somebody's going to have to make really hard decisions. And we're at that point. We just are. And maybe people are going to get mad and feel offended and feel profiled. And people are just going to have to figure it out. 866-391-1020. I'm reading here there may be a ground stop at JFK because staffing issues due to the government shutdown. Good luck with that on a Friday, heading into a decent-sized weekend, and then the holidays coming up in just a little bit. Top of the hour, we'll talk that, what happened in Michigan, and also get back into a lot of Halloween stuff. News, top of the hour, KDK.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKA-radio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Peer opportunity. It's what Michigan is all about. The opportunity to do more. The opportunity to connect with the best talent. The opportunity for people of all backgrounds to grow and expand their business. The opportunity to live and work in a state where paychecks go further. The opportunity is now, and it's right here in Michigan. Visit MichiganBusiness.org to discover all the ways the Michigan Economic Development Corporation can help your business thrive.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Are debt payments keeping you up at night? Credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, it can all add up and feel impossible to keep up. If you owe $10,000 or more in unsecured debt, J.G. Wentworth may be able to help you and put you on the path to freedom in as little as 24 to 48 months. Imagine one affordable monthly payment instead of juggling multiple bills and creditors. We've helped thousands of people cut their debt by up to 50% before fees, and we don't get paid unless we reduce your debt. The more you owe, the more you could save. Call 877-CASH now. The call is free, the consultation is free, and there's no obligation to sign up. Call today for your free consultation. 877-CASH now. That's 877-CASH now. Don't wait. Every day you delay could cost you more. Call 877-CASH now today. Results vary, not all debts qualify. Debt resolution impacts credit and may increase what you owe. Average savings before fees 43%, 25% after fees. The choice to stop paying creditors is yours. J.G. Wentworth does not pay debts or provide legal, tax, or credit repair services.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 52 degrees under cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 3 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com.
This just in. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
In near simultaneous rulings today, 2 federal judges have ordered the Trump administration to continue to fund the SNAP food aid program during the shutdown. We'll get more on that story now from CBS News reporter Christopher Cruz.
A federal judge in Rhode Island said the program, which costs about $8 billion a month to fund nationally, has to be continued using at least a $5 billion contingency fund, and asked for an update on progress by Monday. A judge in Massachusetts also gave the administration until Monday to say whether it would partially pay for the benefits for November with contingency money or fund them fully with $23 billion in additional funds that almost half the states say can be used.
Now, those rulings come a day before the U.S. Department of Agriculture planned to freeze payments to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program because it said it could no longer keep funding it due to the shutdown. That program serves about 1 in 8 Americans and is a major piece of the nation's social safety net. With all this economic uncertainty, many are being forced to forfeit their pets to shelters because they can no longer afford to care for them, pushing them closer to capacity. Sandra Smith, Director of Community Programs at the Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio that if people want to help the shelters, there are a couple ways to do so.
Obviously, adoption is a wonderful thing. This is going into the holiday season, and having a companion for the holidays is fantastic. We have some amazing dogs right now we would love to see in home for the holidays.
She added that if you ever find a stray pet, it would help to try to find the owner before bringing the pet to a shelter.
If you find a stray pet, try to network it on your own. See if you can find it. Most dogs and virtually all cats come from the neighborhood where you found it. So, check out the Facebook groups, try to post it that way and see if you can find it rather than bringing it directly to a shelter.
The city's momentum just keeps building. Pittsburgh is now one of 27 U.S. cities in the running to host the 2031 Men's Rugby World Cup, as we now advance to the applicant phase to host the event. Jim Britt of Visit Pittsburgh calls this another opportunity to drive economic impact through hotel stays and restaurant traffic.
This is an event, the Rugby World Cup, that would see significant international travel. It's the type of event that fills an Acrisure Stadium. So that would be significant for our region. We're thrilled to be considered and excited about the possibilities.
And he tells me this would also be an opportunity to expand the appeal of rugby to new players and fans across western Pennsylvania. When Pittsburgh returns to standard time next week, it will be dark as many people drive home from work. For patients with cataracts, nighttime driving can be a struggle. Dr. Deepinder Dhaliwal of UPMC says it's important to make sure your glasses or contacts have anti-reflective lenses and are optimized for distance.
The other thing is you make sure your own headlights on the car are clean and of high quality. And so, you want to make sure that you're able to see the street in front of you.
And she says for a number of reasons they are seeing cataracts in younger people these days. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 79 points, the NASDAQ is up 163 points, and the S&P 500 is up 25. And KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCA Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCA Roofing at 412-373-2000. Newcastle hosting Montour in high school football playoff action tonight on KDKA Radio. Josh Roundtree says it will be a big game for a couple of reasons.
There's number one, it's the playoffs. So, you don't win and your season's over. So that's the number one part right there. On top of that, you have two teams that come from the same conference. They split their conference title. Newcastle did win over Montour earlier this year. And played very well at Newcastle. 34-14 was the final score of that game.
Pre-game coverage begins at 6 o'clock. KDKA Radio News Time is now 3:04. If you're injured, time to hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. Dow Pound Law for the people. Currently, we have cloudy skies and 52 degrees in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Edwina just loves fall in Pittsburgh, but she hates to paint, so she called Rhino Shield.
So over the years, I've had to touch up the house. I just got to the point where I couldn't spend any more money on the outside of the house. And when I saw Rhino Shield, I thought that was the answer to my problem.
And Rhino Shield's not paint, it's better.
I'd had painters here before, and it was usually quite a disaster with them leaving their equipment here and picking up things in the yard. But Rhino Shield was right on it.
Now get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price and 0% financing for 12 months.
The gentleman said, give me a call. And I said, honestly, can you come tomorrow?
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic. It's all powered by Bowser Genesis of Monroeville. Margot.
All right, thanks, Colin. Starting out this rush hour with a couple accidents. Starting with one on the Parkway West inbound right before the runaway truck sand pile. There is a shoulder closed, and it is causing some slow-moving traffic from Carnegie as you try to enter into the city. Also getting a report for an accident on 79 northbound in Franklin Park, and that is around the 279 split. So it is backing up both 79 northbound and the Parkway North outbound towards the 79 split. Also getting a report for an accident on the 1600 block of Clareton Road in West Mifflin Borough. Also, normal rush hour delays are backing up the other major roadways. With AAA Traffic, I'm Margot Rental on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sunshine through the rest of this afternoon with a shower at a few spots, a high of 52 as it stays quite breezy. Partly cloudy tonight, low 38s, and then clouds will limit sunshine for tomorrow with a high of 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
With the lingering government shutdown bringing SNAP food assistance benefits to an end, thousands of people in the Pittsburgh area are nervous about where their next meal will come from. Nearly 13% of residents in Allegheny County rely on SNAP. In Greene and Fayette counties, that number is above 20%. In a recent report, it was revealed that 1 in 4 active military families rely on programs like SNAP, and that was before the shutdown. To make sure no one goes hungry, organizations like the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank and companies like Giant Eagle are stepping up. The food bank says they've seen a 30% increase in need. In an effort to help, Giant Eagle has announced a $1 million donation to food banks around the area. Until the government gets up and running again, it's up to food banks, nonprofits, and the kindness of everyone to make sure we all have something to eat. Any donation, no matter how small, makes a difference. The food bank says $1 is enough to provide 3 meals. It's up to all of us to make sure no one goes hungry.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
It's a match made in heaven. Your drive home and Colin Dunlap. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Here we are. Hello to you. All right, so I fashioned up this this list. Oh, by the way, I want to find out later on in the show, later on this hour, more than likely, if this is a real thing or not, and it involves Southwest Airlines. If people are overreacting or they're reacting the right way. There's a new protocol with Southwest Airlines. All right, I fashioned up this list. I did my research today. And look, the SNAP benefits, terrible. Everything's going on with the government shutdown, terrible. And to be frank with you, though, I kind of want to, I don't want to say forget about all that stuff, but I want to have different conversations. I kind of want to make it fun, or as fun as we can today. And I hope all that stuff gets figured out. It's awful, it's terrible, it's no good, it's very bad. But it's Halloween, and I want to have some Halloween discussions. Everybody talks about all their favorites. Those are always the lists, okay? People always look at lists and say, this is my favorite, this is the best. I don't look at things a different way. But I think you can look at things a different way. Like, what's the worst? You know, I can say this. When I would go trick-or-treating, and this is years and years and years ago, The one thing I dreaded, and I wasn't going to say no because you got what you were essentially begging with a costume on. The one thing I dreaded that was the absolute worst thing that you could get, popcorn ball. I never in my life ate a popcorn ball. I don't even think I unraveled it. And even if I didn't trade it with someone, I just threw it away. The popcorn ball was just a no-go, non-starter, 0 to me. That is by far my least favorite. And again, it's one of those things where how do you know you don't like it if you never tried it? I just know. No popcorn ball. It's cheap. It's awful. It's no good. Nobody wants the popcorn ball. I'll put it to you this way. There's not one person on this earth who, when they fill out or they're asked what's their favorite candy or favorite thing to get in trick or treat, says popcorn ball. Not one person on this earth says that. Okay? So, anyway, some of the worst ones. People will say candy corn. People will say circus peanuts. People will say milk duds. People will say hot tamales. I promise. People will say, here's another one. This one was pretty low on my list. Bit-o honey. Okay? People will also say, although this is high on my list, I like Almond Joy. Almond Joy has, that whole song has nuts, mounds, don't, all that. I like Almond Joy, but people will say that they don't. That's for sure. Jawbreakers are one that are very interesting. I didn't like them, but they're not my least favorite. Now, the ones that are up for heavy debate that I actually like. Tamira and I were talking about these the other day. Those little wax bottles that had like real sugary liquid in it that you drank. And the liquid probably only was an ounce or two at best. Those weren't bad, but some people will really dislike those. Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls are near the bottom for me. And Lemon Heads are some of my favorite, although I have run into people who swear by that Lemon Heads are awful. I think if you did ask people, and you did take a poll of every American who has ever trick-or-treated, candy corn might be their least favorite. For me, it's the popcorn ball, 100%. Rick's in Pittsburgh. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Colin. I'm going to argue with you. The popcorn ball is my favorite.
Well, you're the only person in the whole world.
No. I'm not the only person.
Tell me another person you've ever met who says the popcorn ball is my favorite, and don't lie.
No, there have been conversations where people like you, I don't like that, and then there are conversations where people say, yeah, I like it.
But nobody's ever said it's their favorite besides you. Not one person has ever said that.
No, I've heard people say, no, you're right. Okay, I won't argue with that. But let me ask you this. You're going to end up Monday morning or Monday when you come into work, there's going to be 1,000 popcorn balls. I'm sending them. Question I have for you. Do you like caramel corn, fiddle faddle?
Yes.
All that. So open one up and just try it.
No, here's why.
Please.
The texture of it and the way that it is stuck together is much different than fiddle faddle or caramel corn, which is loose. It's not in a ball and sort of all pushed together like paper mache.
Okay, then take your paper mache and cut it up and try it.
No, why? No. Here's the thing. Trick-or-treating doesn't involve cutting stuff up. You're just supposed to eat it.
Okay, I'm disappointed in you not wanting to give something a try. That to me doesn't seem like the Colin that I listen to on the radio. The Colin I listen to is like, hey, maybe I'll give something a try and then I'll decide. You've already decided you don't like it. Just by the look of it, the feel, the texture, I don't think you're giving the popcorn ball a fair chance.
I'm 48. I'm running out of time to give stuff a try. I've kind of figured out what I like in life.
Okay, don't be surprised Monday when you come in there and there's not going to be 100 popcorn balls for you.
Do you know where the popcorn balls will go? They'll be food for the turkeys that walk around Foster Plaza.
Well, the next subject, real fast. Yes. I grew up. You know where Connellsville is, right?
I've never been there, but I know where it is.
Fayette County. So I grew up there. So back in the 70s and early 80s, when I was a kid and I trick-or-treated, do you know it was 3 nights a week?
3 nights there were 3 nights of trick-or-treating?
Yeah, yes, and you ask anybody in Fayette County, it was a thing. We went trick-or-treating 3 nights a week. It was typically like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Swear to God, it was 3 nights a week.
No way.
I had 8. Swear.
Did you dress up as Johnny Lou Jack by chance?
Well, back then my mother got us those cheap Murphy Mart costumes that you wore year to year, and the eyes never fit, and you're trying to see out of it, and you could barely see. But you would get a pillowcase. You would get a pillowcase, and you would go every night. We didn't even have bags. We had pillowcases.
Same with us. But it wasn't 3 nights. Hell, if it was 3 nights, I still might have candy left over. If he sends me popcorn balls, I promise I'm going to auction them off, I think. It's not that I don't... They just look crazy to me. And they had that wrapper on them, too. What a conversation. Keep it up. 866-391-1020. Margot has traffic. Also, no idea, Margot, what a popcorn ball is, do you? Do you have any idea?
No, I just looked it up.
Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I have absolutely no clue what that is.
Fair enough. PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDK AAA Traffic. It's all powered by Bowser Genesis of Monroeville. What's up?
All right, thanks, Colin. I'm getting a report for an accident on the 7900 block of Perry Highway in Ross Township. Also getting a report for an accident on the 1600 block of Clareton Road in West Mifflin, and one on West Liberty Avenue in Dormont. Also, an earlier accident on the Parkway West as you head inbound right before the runaway truck sand pile is starting to be cleared. However, there is still a shoulder closed and residual delays continue to back that route up. Also, an earlier accident on 79 northbound in Franklin Park also is backing up the Parkway North outbound towards that area. With AAA Traffic, I'm Margot Renzel on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Folds of Honor has been meeting sacrifice with hope since 2019 in Western Pennsylvania. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are awarded to minorities, making recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal as well as a 4 out of 4 stars ranking on Charity Navigator. You can become a Folds of Honor wingman today at westernpa.foldsoфhonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your Lowe's weekend weather update in Pittsburgh. A chilly start to the weekend on Saturday with clouds, some sun, even a stray shower, the high 53. Partly to mostly cloudy Saturday night with lows reaching the upper 30s. For Sunday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with highs near 50. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. So we're helping you with deals on top brands like Scott's, Pit Boss, Cobalt, and Trex Decking. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin, they're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. If your garage floor looks lousy with stains, cracks, or bad epoxy job, right now you can get 50% off labor on a new Comer & Cross garage floor. Call them now because 50% off labor ends soon. Here's their number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A new Comer & Cross garage floor will be your favorite home improvement. It's going to feel like pulling into a new car showroom every night. Guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And Comer & Cross makes it so easy. All their employees are well-trained pros. They don't use subcontractors ever. They're in and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly. They even take your stuff out for you. for 50% off labor and your new Comer and Cross garage floor installed by the holiday. Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or go to COMERcross.com. Comer and Cross Garage Floor Coatings.
Picture this. You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Open enrollment is here until December 7th. Will your doctors remain in network? Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from locally owned Need Part C right now. Top national and regional carriers. Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
If you're thinking it, he's saying it. Colin Dunlap on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, listen for that drive at 5. Stories driving the news every single day at 5. It's all brought to you by Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Demand the yellow van. Drive at 5. I'm telling you what, I got to get into what's going to happen on Tuesday. Or some Western Pennsylvanians say Tuesday. It's a very important thing to me, and it's important that I'm there in person. You don't have to be. I'm just saying it's important for me to be there. 5 o'clock hour, we'll also hear from Jeff Hathorn. He'll be checking in from the West Coast as he's traveling with Pitt, and he'll check in from Palo Alto. He'll talk about the Stiller game. Though I always check in with Jeff on Fridays, it seems like. 866-391-1020. I don't know how we got on the... I do know how we got on popcorn balls. They are just... They're terrible. You can like them. I think they're terrible, even though I've not ever eaten one. You know what? It looks like it would be like eating styrofoam. So I want no parts of it. Andrea's in Monroeville. Hi, Andrea.
Hi. I grew up in the South Side, and we used to mark the houses that gave popcorn balls because you didn't want to go there.
Correct, Amundo. Worst thing you could give. No reason to give those. Were they? If people bought them at like Thrift Drug or Farmore or somewhere. They didn't even buy them at the candy place.
Yeah, my dad would steal the Clark bars, but popcorn balls were a big no. They ended up in the garbage.
Certainly did. Conversely, Andrea, what did you enjoy?
I liked the Milky Ways. I liked the Zagnut bar. Remember those?
I do remember the Zagnut bar. They had like a red thing with a blue writing on it, right?
Right. And I liked anything that was not a popcorn ball, basically.
Pretty much. How about the people that went all out and had a people that went all out and put and made candy apples, which seemed like a lot of work, very labor intensive.
Right. I wasn't allowed to eat those because you never knew the neighbors. So, sorry.
Yeah, our neighbors were the same forever. And I tell this story all the time. I told Michael Bartley today, and I've told this 100 times. You probably have heard it before. There was a lady, an Italian lady, which narrows it down in Sharpsburg to like 97% of the population. But anyway, there was an old Italian lady that could have been a nun. She even may have been like a covert nun. She was old when everybody's parents were growing up. And she gave away those little waxy rosaries. But you felt like you were going to hell if you didn't go get it. You knew she was going to give you one of those rosaries, but you had to go up to her porch and get it because you thought if you didn't go get it, you were going to go to hell. And so it was a really weird juxtaposition in terms of what to do. Andy Lindbergh came running in here. And by running in here, I mean running in here. And he's dressed, he has a green face because he is the Incredible Hulk right now. What's going on, Andy?
No, did you ever have the penny lady?
Yes. Yes.
In Sheridan, when we trick-or-treated in Sheridan.
Like a roll of pennies, and would just give a penny.
Ours would be a little baggie with like 25 cents worth of pennies in them. So.
Well, if she went to John Eagle right now, she'd get a 50-cent gift card. So there's that. Yes.
I didn't know if you brought up I heard the popcorn balls, the pennies, and then there were the old wax whistles.
I know the wax whistles are great. People know this because Bill Artman's one of your boys. Certainly. So anyhow, you know what else we had? There was a guy who worked at Daly's Juice, and so he would give out little Huggies.
Oh, yeah.
He had a whole case on his front porch.
So my dad worked at Cameron Coca-Cola, so we would hand
syringes he gave out then.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Cans of Coca-Cola. Did you talk about what the weirdest thing that you got during trick-or-treating?
Rosaries.
Oh, okay. So mine was like a born-again comic book that like scared you out of like trying to drink, but it was just like a little comic book would tell you like how to be more like Jesus.
So you had Mormons on your street?
It was just very strange to get that kind of stuff. Like, read the room.
You know what else I liked? I did like those waxy fangs. Did you ever see like the fake teeth?
Those were good.
Those were pretty neat.
I went as Ross Perot that year.
Oh, you did?
And I tried to, because, you know, I was really cool in 1992 as a child. I took off my big ears and tried to go to different houses, and this old woman came up to me and said, I know you were here before.
What did you walk around and say, like, read my lips, no new taxes?
I did a lot of, now you see, like I did a lot of the, you know, the Dana Carvey impression.
Did it work?
Yeah, it went over pretty well.
I'm trying to think, but this other guy and his wife, he lived in the duplexes on, that would be South Canal Street, right? And he gave away candy apples, which, like I was just saying, are very labor intensive. But you'd have to go get that first and then take it home,
right?
Because it didn't go in your pillowcase. Because
it's ruined instantly,
right? And so, but I don't know why they put that much effort into it. Sweet people, but that was too much.
At the end of the day, you don't know where the candy came from. You're just happy you have it.
Right. And so I'd walk all the way back home and then kind of restart trick-or-treating.
Right.
So there was that. Good stuff.
I want to make sure the pennies, because the pennies are classic.
Yeah, the pennies. It should just stand at the top and dole them out, right? There you go.
That's what Bill Artman's giving away now. I guess that's why he wants them all.
Double your value, though.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my
Gift cards.
boys. Anyway, 866-391-1020. More. Bunch of calls on line. Stay there. I'll grab them. You can only have this show on Halloween, so we're going to have it. Demand the yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. When disaster strikes, you demand that yellow van. Musty smell in your basement, dark spots on your wall, no good. It could be mold. You do not want mold. It spreads, it damages, it threatens your health. No. You can get put in bad shape with mold. So, Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, give them a call and get them in. 412-826-1010. 412-826-1010. Demand the yellow van. News, bottom of the hour, KDKA.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime. And it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HoldTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Winter is here before you know it. That's the bad news. The good news is there's still just enough time to get that last-minute masonry project complete with Precision Pointing. So if you procrastinated this summer and you can't make it through another winter, well, then you have to act right now, and I mean right now. The window is closing. If you wait any longer, Precision Pointing may not be able to accommodate you. I'm glad I used them, so I don't have the problems that you do because I didn't procrastinate. They did wonders on my all-brick home. So use them, call them. I can't recommend them enough. Visit brickpointingpittsburgh.net today.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
52 degrees under cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 3:30. I'm Pat Septak. 2 people are hospitalized after a shooting last night at a McKeesport bar. Allegheny County Police say it happened just past 9:30 at the Beer Barrel on 5th Avenue. First responders found a man and a woman had both been shot. Police are asking anyone with information about what happened to call their anonymous tip line at 1-833-ALL-TIPS. Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis returned his mail-in ballot today and addressed several key issues facing Pennsylvanians. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Lieutenant Governor Davis discussed the ongoing state budget stalemate, explaining how it's affecting everyday residents and his role in helping get it passed.
I think it's clear that it's affecting school districts, it's affecting county governments all across Pennsylvania, folks who are trying to meet the need. The governor and I have been laser focused on getting a deal done. Just this week, we've been in Harrisburg holding meetings with the leaders in the General Assembly to bring people together.
Davis highlighted the significance of Tuesday's election, encouraging everyone to participate and ensure their votes are counted. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh is in the running to host the 2031 Men's Rugby World Cup. Sports Pittsburgh, the sports arm of Visit Pittsburgh, says the city is one of 27 U.S. cities that is now advancing to the applicant phase to host the big event. Jim Britt of Visit Pittsburgh says it marks a significant milestone for the city.
Yeah, this is an exciting opportunity for the city. We're thrilled to be included in a list of cities that are being considered to host games within that tournament. So this is a significant international event, one of the largest sporting events in the globe alongside the Olympics, FIFA World Cup.
Pittsburgh is home to a number of rugby clubs. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 147 points, the NASDAQ is up 226 points, and the S&P 500 is up 39 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 3:31. Our next update at 4 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the curator of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Michael Kraus.
Army Sergeant Michael J. Roth of Allegheny and Washington counties was awarded the Silver Star Medal for gallantry in Italy on 16 April 1945. As Sergeant Roth's platoon advanced, he observed enemy soldiers moving into a draw. After notifying his men, Roth crawled closer and noticed the enemy was moving into a position to ambush his platoon. Roth, however, laid a trap by deploying his men in their rear and flanks. When the foe advanced, Roth raked them with fire, forcing their withdrawal. While consolidating his position, an enemy machine gun opened on them. Roth worked his way forward, leapt to his feet, and opened fire, eliminating the hostiles. Sergeant Roth's courage and skill helped his platoon to continue their mission.
To nominate a qualifying hero for the Hall of Valor, please contact Tim Neff at 412-621-4253 or visit online at soldiersandsailorshall.org.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
All right, Margot, here we go. PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic. It's all powered by Bowser Genesis of Monroeville. Hey, Margot.
All right. Hey, Colin. Getting reports for a few accidents this rush hour. Still getting reports for that accident on the Parkway West inbound right before the runaway truck sand pile. And it has caused a closed shoulder and some residual delays backing you up towards Carnegie as you try to enter the city. On the other major roadways, the Parkway West outbound is bumper to bumper from Technology Drive as you try to enter the Fort Pitt Tunnel. And heading outbound on the Parkway East, lanes are clogged from Technology Drive as well. With AAA traffic, I'm Margot Renzel on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
We'll have some sunshine at times through the rest of this afternoon with a shower in spots. Will be brisk and chilly, a high of 52. Partly cloudy tonight, low 38. And then some sunshine at times for the weekend. Highs will be in the mid to upper 50s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we are. 866-391-1020. That's 866-391-1020. I had this nice, great show all lined out, and I don't know, we still might talk about some of this stuff. I do know in the 5 o'clock hour, I do want to get into voting and something very important on Tuesday. And there is a trick-or-treat topic I want to talk about in the 5 o'clock hour, and we will talk to Jeff Hathorn, that's for sure, from way out west. And also, because I got the 5 o'clock hour in my head already, the greatest piece of Halloween audio ever that you've ever heard on radio in America will be played before we get out of here today. That is 100% fact. But we're stuck on this. Popcorn balls are the worst. There's this list that's compiled that people say candy corn are the... And there's 100 different lists. But that candy corn is the worst Halloween candy to give out. And I could see that. It's very polarizing, I'll say that. I don't think it's the worst. I think a popcorn ball is. But here's the other part. Popcorn balls are kind of antiquated. I don't think people even give them out anymore. I think where it is right now is people look at it and they can't even find popcorn balls. They don't even have them anymore. They don't sell them. They don't have them. All that kind of stuff.